So we will come back to physical and chemical changes after you submitted. After 15th, we will come back to the chapter physical and chemical changes. Okay. So now I think you have already marked which are the chapters we are going to take. Do you?
You did not informed.
You did not in the beginning of the year. I did not give you which are the chapters we need to learn. Maybe some of you must have ticked, I think.
No, ma'am.
So,
you didn't told.
No, ma'am.
Okay, then if you can take the contents now. Contents page in your textbook, all of you.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Contents page you can take.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
What were you telling?
I'm talking about the topics you need to cover this year.
Ma'am, you mean the chapters?
Yes. So contents. Chapter 6, physical and chemical change, you can tick. Then afterwards, chapter 10. Okay. The next chapter we are going to deal with
do
it.
We have to mark acids, base and salts?
Yeah, that is already I have taken. No. Okay. So, so we have taken acid, base, and salt. Then physical and chemical changes. You can tick. Chapter 10. After that, there are three chapters.
In
organism. That is the next chapter we are going to discuss.
Ma'am, one more chapter.
Then transportation in animals and plants. Okay.
Physical and chemical changes one.
Yeah. Acids, bases, and salt. Physical and chemical changes. Then chapter 10, respiration in organisms.
And
maybe these three chapters: acid, bases, and salt, physical and chemical changes, and respiration in organism.
Ma'am, so what about the chapter?
All three chapters can come periodic test too. Okay, all these three chapters.
When?
Maybe before December, I think so. Usually you have a midterm test, second midterm test, correct? Yes. We are not discussed yet, but still, I think before December, you used to have periodic test too. So these three chapters, you need to study for it. I will give you final confirmation after we completing with the physical and chemical changes. Because 7C, I don't teach. Another teacher is teaching. So I need to see where that teacher completed the portions. According to that, otherwise these three chapters. Then next chapter, you need to cover up chapter 11. Transportation in animals and plants. Reproduction in plants. Reproduction in plants, electric current and its effects.
Ma'am, so transportation in the animals and plants is not sure.
That is about your final term. You have a term 2 exams, correct? Okay.
Yes,
so you have transportation animals and plants, reproduction in plants. Then come to chapter 14, electric current and its effects.
Excuse me, ma'am, I joined just now. Can you see what you're talking about?
So, chapter 10, respiration in organism, you can tick. Chapter 11, transportation in animals and plants, you can tick. And chapter 12, reproduction in plants. Then come to chapter 14. You don't have chapter 13 to study. Chapter 14, electric current and its effects. And chapter 15, light. So light, if there is time, then only we will cover the portion light. Okay. Anyway, you tick. So we have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 10 chapters this year. Okay. So in the first term, we had only 3 chapters. That's why when you come to term, there is remaining 7 chapters. But in the term 2, there will be one chapter from the first term. 1 or 2 chapters from the first term will be there for your study. Okay. So that we will confirm later. So anyway, for your midterm, which will be coming either before December or after December, I don't know. So if it is coming, you will have these 3 chapters to study: acids, bases, and salt, physical and chemical change, respiration in organisms.
Ma'am,
before December exam is PT2. right?
Usually we have PT2. Usually we have every day. Last year also we had it. Anyway, we didn't get any further information, but I'm just telling you now. If at all there, these 3 chapters you need to study: acid base, physical and chemical change, respiration in organism. Okay? Yes. So before we start the lesson, so you everyone knows in sixth chapter or 5th standard you have learned respiration in organism. Is it so? What do you
Yes,
mean by respiration?
The process of breathing in.
Breathing in, breathing out. It is the process of breathing in and out. That is known as respiration. And we are going to learn respiratory system of human beings in this chapter. Then respiratory system of fish, cockroaches or insect. Cockroach or insect. So these are the things we need to cover. So here also you will have a diagram to label the parts of the respiration. You need to learn how to label. The way how you learn to label the parts of digestive system. Here also we have respiration system to label the parts. Okay. So the textbook, it is chapter 10. So you can write in your lecture note, chapter 10, respiration in organisms. That should be page number 109. Okay, page number 109. Okay. Yes. Yes. Nia, what do you mean by the word cell? In the first chapter, I just give you cell, structure, cytoplasm, all that. What do you mean by the cell?
Then can I
Unmute.
say?
Unmute you and tell Nia.
Ma'am, can I say?
Ma'am,
No, she's telling.
ma'am, the living organisms are made up of tiny units called cells.
Yes, the living organism, which is made up of the body is made up of tiny units, which is called cell. Okay, so the cell is the smallest structure and functional unit of an organism. Smallest structural and functional. So cell is the smallest structural and functional unit. So you can write first, you can learn. Already you know what is mean by the cell. So all of you write that heading now, respiratory system. So before we go to the detail about respiratory system, we had to learn the types of respiration. So already you know what you mean by respiration. Okay. So types of respiration. Yes.
Respiratory system.
Yeah, respiratory system.
Okay.
So what do you mean by cell? It is the tiny, again you can write, it is the tiny units by which it is the tiny units, tiny unit by which an organism is made up of. And what is the another feature of it?
It can be seen only under microscope.
Yeah, it is the smallest. Another feature of the cell is it is the smallest structural. Structural means the size and shape is very tiny. That is mean by structural and functional. Functional unit of an organism. Unit of an organism. Okay, unit of an organism. Okay, another important feature means each cell has different types of function. Structural means its size. Functional means what are the functions it do, okay, or it does. A tiny cell can do a different function for our body. So each cell in our body does the different function. So next feature about it, second feature, each cell has different functions to do. Each cell has different function to do. And for this function, what they require, the cell cannot do simply function. What does a cell needs in order to do the function? For example, smell, okay, or feeling. Okay, these are the
organ nose.
sense organs. And all these sense organs are made up of cells. Every part of our body is made up of cells. It's a living organism. Every part of it is made up of cell. So you know the sense organs, nose, skin, what else? Tongue. Okay.
Tongue,
All
eyes,
five.
ears.
Yeah, eyes and ears. But
Ma'am, and
all
skin.
these sense organs, yeah, all these sense organs are made up of cells. So
Okay,
for
ma'am.
to do this function, what does a cell need?
Energy.
Hmm?
Some energy.
Yeah, yes. The next point is for each function, cells require energy. And where does you get this energy? That is what we are coming to respiration. Yes. Okay. Where does we get energy? Okay. From where we get the energy?
From breathe and from the oxygen we breathe.
Yes, that is okay. Before breathing, something should be in your body. Then only it can be
Ma'am, the lungs.
used.
From the
From the
lungs.
lungs.
From the lungs. Okay, what is the major thing for a body to be nourished and healthy?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
oxygen.
From food.
We have already completed one particular chapter about it.
From food.
Food. Okay. All living organisms, energy you will get food. But how you get energy? For that, he has to do the respiration. That is you are coming to the point. For each function, cells require energy. Cells get energy from food. By respiration. That is come.
How do the cells get like energy from the food through respiration?
Yes, cells get energy from food by respiration, because all our food contents because there is our biology expert teacher is come, Divya Miss. So I am telling that instead of me, please teach you biology. Rudy is wondering what this ma'am is talking to. No, I am not a biology expert. I am a physics teacher. So I'm telling your biology expert teacher to teach respiration. Okay, fine. We come. So cells get energy from food by the process of respiration. How you get? You remember all that. What is first
Yes.
the food does?
Ma'am,
It will undergo digestion. After digestion, there's also various process. Okay. Yes.
Digestion and
Yes, Lidi. Say all that 5 processes.
first process is ingestion, second
Yeah.
is digestion, third is absorption, fourth is assimilation, fifth is digestion.
Digestion. Okay. Okay. So this energy the cells will get after complete digestion. It will undergo absorption and then assimilation. The blood vessels will be assimilate, or they will absorb the nutrients and it will transport to the cell. Again, the cell will change that into glucose and other things. And this energy, which is already in the cells, is used for various action when we do the breathing. Okay, when we do the breathing. So that is what about respiration. So this is the importance of respiration. The first chapter, your 7th standard book, no, the biology parts, all are in a sequence. Sequence means in a series. First we learn where does food come from. Then you learn components of the food. And then you come to the digestion of the food. After that, now, after digestion only, you will understand respiration. So that is why we come to the respiration. So next chapter, you are moving to transportation. That is after, through breathing, how these food items are, energy is transported in different parts of the human body and the plants. That is what we are discussing, all that. Okay. So you understood the relation of the cell. We started from what is cell. Then we come to what are the features of the cell. Then after that, we learn for cell to function, what does it require? And how does the cell get these requirements, or how does it will see? And finally, we come to our topic, respiration. Okay, so very simple way we can say, because you don't go in 9 and 8 classes again, you will be learning all those things. Okay, a little more detail. Here you are learning only particular parts only, not all the parts. So if you see it, you will see a lot of parts, a small, tiny parts in respiratory system. But according to 7th standard only, I will discuss. Okay, so respiration. A simple way only I am coming to. I am not going to more modified definition of respiration, that you will be learning a little more in higher classes. A simple way, what I understand, respiration is for taking in oxygen from the air and giving out carbon dioxide. That is what is happening in respiration. So this entire process, we call it breathing. So what is respiration? Respiration, taking in oxygen from the air and giving out carbon dioxide. And in between this taking in and giving out carbon dioxide, there's a lot of things are happening. That is why respiratory system all about.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So respiratory system, the organ system that helps in respiration is known as respiratory system. And these are the different parts. After writing this, you can talk about. So parts, you don't write it. We will first discuss 2 types of respiration. Then only we will discuss the parts. Parts we will learn the next class. Okay, only this you see that picture only. You only write the organ system that helps in respiration.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, should we write what is respiratory system?
The organ system that helps in respiration. Have you seen the slide? The same thing. Okay. First you write respiration. Then you write respiratory system. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to types of.
May 1 second.
Okay, fine. Have you completed?
Last one.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are moving on to the types of respiratory system. Before that, there's some short introduction. Yes, Sri, this one. Harriet, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you read on the slide? What is this? What is this all about? This is just introduction. Okay. All living organism. All living things respire.
Respiration is a process that includes breathing, the movement of air in and out of the body, and vice versa is known as breathing. For
Okay. Stop over there. So what do you mean by the breathing? The breathing is the process which is included respiration, the movement of air in and out of the body and vice versa is known as breathing. So respiration includes the breathing. Okay, breathing means human beings breathe. Similarly, fish will breathe.
Can we note it down?
Yeah.
Ma'am, animals in the sea.
Animals also breathe.
And
Birds
also
will breathe.
Animals, birds.
Yes.
Frogs breathe
Ma'am, even-
their skin.
Yes, yes. Everything, all living organism breathe in, and you see even plants breathe in.
Yes.
Okay, plants
Yes, ma'am.
breathe in and out.
Ma'am, that we studied in the first chapter.
Ah, yes, stomata. No, God says.
Amoeba breathe. Yes, ma'am. Stomata.
Of course. The plants will take carbon dioxide and release oxygen. That is the one part of a
Amoeba
respiration.
Ma'am, does amoeba breathe?
Yes, amoeba breathe. All living, all the microorganisms and macroorganisms. Macro means like us. Micro means amoeba, fungus, yeast. Otherwise, how do they live? Everyone has its own respiratory system, but it is very different. The parts and all those things may be different.
Ma'am, should we write this?
Yes. So only you write this. What is the breathing? The movement of air in and out of the body and vice versa is known as breathing. Our respiration
Ma'am, can you
process.
rub that circle?
Yeah, our respiration, because I kept it, you only have to write. Don't write everything which is given there. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, only the first paragraph, right?
Yes, the movement of air in and out of the body and vice versa is known as breathing. So breathing is the process which is included when human being respire. What he does actually, he is breathing in.
Ma'am, can you show the first slide?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Okay. Okay, Harriet, can you continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Example.
For example, animals such as earthworms breathe through their skin. Fishes use gills for breathing, and plants exchange gases through tiny pores called stomata, which are present mainly on the surface of leaves.
Okay, so these are the different organs through which different organisms breathe. So for example, earthworms, like buffalo dogs, they have nostrils like us, like nose they have. Okay, they do the breathing. But something peculiar feature, you have got this earthworm. You know, earthworm, when you look at it, you cannot see their ear or nose, nothing. So their breathing is taking place through the skin. Okay.
Some species of frogs breathe through
Yes, yes. Even frogs, you know, you can see it is breathing. You can see on this down part of their mouth, some you can see it is pumping like it, like a balloon. No, it's a balloon. Yeah, it's in their life. There's a balloon-like structure. So when they breathe in, the bubbles will form. Yes. Another one is fishes. Fishes use gills. You know, the fishes have got a like what you call in
Yes,
Malayalam,
ma'am.
chedumbal.
Yes, ma'am,
What you
yes,
call, yeah.
so-
So that is the thing. Yes.
Ma'am,
Then-
like that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
when
The
we
circle,
are
like-
Cockroaches. Cockroaches also have some kind of skin, like on the skin they have the breathing cells. And similarly, the plants. I already told you, plants exchange the gases. That is their breathing in. Carbon dioxide they take, oxygen they release.
Ma'am, so
That
they
is-
emit. Ma'am,
Yeah.
so they emit the they produce the oxygen through stomata itself.
Yes, because that is what we need to save the forest and plants, because when in the atmosphere oxygen content to get reduced, the plants provide the oxygen. That is
Yes.
what we need to plant. So that is the opposite. For us, we have to take the oxygen inside and you remove the carbon dioxide. But the plants will take the carbon dioxide and they remove the oxygen. So that is how they are balancing this universe. So cutting
On
the
balance
forest,
of air.
so cutting the forest will cause, it will trouble not only the plants and animals, even we
But the
human
whole
beings.
like
Yeah, ecosystem. All ecosystem will be imbalanced ecosystem, because we human being is organism. They also organism. We are living together. We can say symbiotic relationship. Human beings and plants, they are in some kind of a symbiotic relationship. We take some nutrients from the plants and we give some nutrients. How? By watering the plants, by putting the fertilizer. Yeah, vegetable peelings, throwing fish water, cow dung. So we both cannot live separately. If one is lost, other also lost. So that is what we are again and again is giving the value that save the forest or stop deforestation. So since you are a small children, see, now we all are grown up. Our great grandfathers planted lot of trees for us. So we can use that one. Now, once it come to your age, these plants, everything will be less because nowadays we are using it. So you need to plant for the coming generation. Okay, that is the needs. That is what in the school and all we had planting that day, green something like eco club, all that things are there now in our school before. Okay. So that is why it is so important, because all living organisms and living together in a sharing and caring. If you don't share and care one another, naturally the world, its ecosystem is totally imbalanced. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now we are going to
show the previous slide.
Oh, okay.
Ma'am, should we write the example?
Examples, we are coming to that same topic again. After this human respiratory system, we are going to learn this. For one word, you can earthworms. It is there in your textbooks. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, so we
Not-
don't want to write
Not much detail. It is just said the same way I have given. It is just said.
Okay, ma'am.
Cockroach breathing system, earthworm breathing system, and fish. All these three we have. Even plants we have. So that's the same point we are given in one point, one word, like, yeah. Now we are moving on to what type of respiration we have. Okay, so mainly in humans, since already we come to the end of the cells. So the process of breakdown, what it means that during breathing, what happens? When you breathe in, what happens to us? The air we breathe in will be transported to all parts of the body. Okay. So when we breathing, what other things are happening? So when we breathe in, air will be transported to different parts of our body. And what will happen? In these cells, oxygen in the air helps to break down the nutrients like glucose. See, remember in the digestion in humans, human being, we have learned about in the cells, after assimilation in the cells, the nutrients are converted into glucose. So when you breathe in, it will be turned into energy. So in order to produce energy, what are the things happen in the cell? During breathing, air will be transported to different parts of our body. And in the cells, what will happen? The oxygen, what we get from the air, will break down the glucose, which is present in the cells. Okay? It breaks down the glucose, which is present in the cell. As a result, what will happen? The energy will be produced. Okay? Yes. Now I can ask Ayan to read. So this is what I told in a short paragraph. Can you read that? How is the energy stored in food released to be used by the body? Okay, read that. Ayan.
You know that during the process of breathing, we take in air. Oxygen is taken in, while carbon dioxide is released out of the body during breathing. Oxygen is then circulated to all cells of the body. Food or glucose is broken down in the cells with the help of oxygen.
Okay, so this is what is happening. This is how we are releasing the energy. Now, because of that, we call this respiration a particular name. Ayan, read continuously. Read the next two sentences.
The process in which food is broken down in the cells to release energy is known as cellular respiration.
Cellular respiration. So the respiration what we have is a cellular respiration, we call it. Why? Because after breathing, the oxygen which is present in the air will break down the glucose, because the food nutrients are stored in the cell after assimilation in the form of glucose. Okay, so this oxygen will react with the glucose. There is a chemical change between glucose and the oxygen. Oxygen and glucose will interact. There is a chemical change. So as a result, what will happen? The energy is released. That is the energy when you run, when you do any activity, when you study, when you sleep. All this time you are breathing. As long as you continue breathing, this process of energy release is taking place whenever you do the activity. So because of that, this respiration in human being, we can call it as cellular respiration. So what is cellular respiration? The process in which the food is broken down in the cells.
Release energy
It's
known
called
as
cellular
cellular
respiration.
respiration.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
So I am going to wind up the session now, because next we have to learn about 2 types of respiration that we can learn the next class. It will be too much for you. Friday. Okay. So we completed up to cellular respiration. This is only first page in your textbook. Okay. Then afterwards we go to the other type of respiration. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Cellular respiration is again divided into other 2 types.
Yes. Okay. That we will see.
Ma'am, respiration. Another name of respiration is cellular respiration.
Yeah, our respiration is itself is known as cellular respiration, because it is taking place in our body cells. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Then again, there is 2 types of respiration that we will learn in the next time. Okay. So don't forget, when you come on Friday, you have a test, class
Okay, ma'am.
test
Yes,
of acid bases.
I'm
Clear?
anti-PT.
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Yes, it's MCQ format.
The test is on the MCQ, right?
MCQ.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, children. Thank you
Thank
very
you, ma'am.
much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a nice evening.